What's going on, guys? This is Naga in Cambodia coming at you. Just chilling here. It's about 2 p.m. in Phnom Penh. I just want to make this video, not going to be long. This is something very important. I hear a lot of you guys talking about many things, many subjects. A lot of you guys are very intelligent out there, indeed. Um, but I want to talk about something that a lot of people don't want to talk about for some reason. And first thing I want to do is mention I'm very thankful for the blessings that the Lord has provided me to make it to a country like Southeast Asia. It appears that I have hit a home run, rather, in moving here. The apartment's right. There are no bugs. Everything is, pretty much right outside my apartment. All the goods and services, massages and shaves and all this nature for a very cheap price. I'm very thankful. Also, the fact that I have celiac disease, I know I hit a home run because they actually sell bone broth right around the corner from my apartment for $1. Bone broth is something I've been trying to get my hands on for a long time. And what I noticed was in the States, every time I came across the bone broth, it would be either loaded with sodium or it would be in a BPA aluminum can, and they'll sell it for expensive. See, because the United States is designed to keep people sick. And so all the food that you're supposed to be eating, of course, they're going to make that expensive. And when you think about it, why would bone broth be expensive? All you're doing is soaking animal bones in a broth for 48 hours with a reasonable amount of salt. This is something that should not be expensive at all. I mean, as much meat as the United States eats, bone broth should be sold for dirt cheap. Again, I get it for $1 here, but people with any kind of autoimmune conditions, celiac disease like myself, bone broth is the ideal choice for eating. Right now, after I ate all my junk food and got sick from it just because I wanted to try, the food over here, okay, all the soy sauce and fried rice. Nah, that's not what you, if anybody wants to come over here, that's not what you want to be doing. You can come over here, try that stuff for a week, be ill for a week too, just like you are in the States. And then after that, you're going to have to get on most likely like a bean sprouts and bone broth, white rice, raisins, nuts type of diet. Okay, very little meat. That's how a lot of the Asians in these countries, live very long and stay very healthy without having to make any doctor's visits, because they're eating a lot of bone broth. That's the secret, guys. Okay, so you want to do your research on the bone broth. Again, we got a lot of intelligent people out here, guys, but again, I talk about the things that nobody really wants to talk about. That's my motif. The thing is that the whole thing with alcohol is that they have people totally backwards in the United States. And me, I've never understood this. I dealt with alcohol for a while, but then I noticed it just wasn't good for me. It wasn't good for my health. Wasn't good for my youth. That is one of the reasons that I maintain a youthful appearance, is simply because I don't drink alcohol. Okay, that is the number one culprit to all the problems. You guys got to remember that all the stuff that they got you scared of and you're not doing is what you're supposed to be doing, and then what you're not supposed to be doing, you're doing. When they brought alcohol to the Indians wasn't drinking alcohol like that. The white man. The Indians was messing with stuff called ayahuasca and herbal stuff that came from the earth, hallucinogens, things that they call, pharmaceutical drugs, and things that they call drugs, that they hit in your head so hard, drugs, but then they give you alcohol for dirt cheap in the United States, and everybody goes for that. So, I applaud intelligence. Everybody who knows me know I applaud intelligence. I applaud high IQ. But sometimes even people with intelligence can get things wrong and be ignorant to the facts. Alcohol is very damaging towards the body, especially for men. It lowers your testosterone. It keeps you sick. It keeps your blood sugar out of whack. And for me, I think it adds to a level of, staying attractive, staying young, staying beautiful. Those things are important. And sustenance in itself, no matter how much intelligence we all have about the world and life, Sometimes you just got to throw all that out and go back to the simple thing. The first line of defense to having any form of intelligence is sustenance. And that's what you're putting in your mouth. Okay, this is not to say I don't drink alcohol or I wouldn't drink alcohol. Sure, I would drink alcohol. I like gin. Gin is my drink of choice. It's because it has many antibacterial, microbial and antifungal effects in the juniper berries. Okay, so guys, I have experience in this. I was a bartender for 7 years. I know a lot about alcohol. I went to bartending school. I studied courses in college that showed the statistics of how many deaths occurred from alcohol and how many people end up sick because of alcohol compared to marijuana. It's not even a comparison. So when it actually shocks me when I hear you guys drink, but some of y'all don't take any herbal. I mean, that's really really shocking to me. But I just made this video to talk about the importance of bone broth and staying away from alcohol and actually getting with the herbals, getting with things that come from the planet that they told you you're not supposed to be doing, which doesn't make any sense. Alcohol is an alchemical concoction. Technically it's not normal. Alcohol is not normal. It doesn't come from nature. You have to I'm trying to think of the word. I can't think of the word right now, but alcohol is basically it's like a science project going wrong. It's not necessarily nature. It's like something growing mold on it or something, and then distilling it, and then doing this and doing that, and additives. So alcohol is not necessarily natural, but it can be used if you know how to use it. You know what I mean? Like I do know some concoctions of mixing a London dry gin with Canadian whiskey, concoction I got from the master teacher Bobby Hemmett, that allegedly can heal a lot of people of disease. So there's a lot to be said. We could talk about things both ways, but the bottom line, guys, is that the proof is in the pudding. Everybody can look at me, go back in my videos, see me, bench pressing 225 at 155. So apparently, I'll be 39 years old in 3 days. Obviously, I'm doing something right. All right, so that's all I got to say about this. Y'all take care out there, stay healthy. Remember, you have a choice, and also slavery is a choice, like Kanye West said. All right, y'all take care out there, and peace.